The accused UnitedHealthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione will no longer appear in Manhattan federal court today as previously scheduled. This comes as his legal team claiming his rights were violated during his arrest at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania back in December. Joining us now is CBS News law enforcement contributor and former deputy commissioner with the NYPD, Richard Esposito. Richard, good morning.
Good morning.
In court filings, Mangione's lawyers say he was questioned and searched before officers read him his Miranda rights. What is the proper process for an arrest here, and what are the consequences if it wasn't followed?
Those are the most important questions. The lawyers are clearly trying to dismantle this case on every technical ground. So they begin with asserting that he was detained without probable cause. The officers approached him at the McDonald's, prohibited his freedom of movement, and did not read him his rights before they began collecting what could be evidence.
His defense also claiming that Mangione's DNA was collected illegally when officers gave him a snack and a drink. How are police supposed to collect DNA evidence, and what happens if it's found the police did make a mistake here?
It's that if they made a mistake, the evidence will get tossed out. There are any number of rules for the collection of DNA. Touch DNA is what this is called. If a person is arrested, in most states, you're allowed to take non-intrusive swabs from someone's cheek. And the use of touch DNA is also acceptable. But in this case, they're questioning whether he was arrested before the DNA was taken.
And the errors his legal team allege happened during his arrest took place in Pennsylvania. Can that impact his case in New York or his federal case?
Yes. It will impact all of his cases in that any evidence that the defense successfully gets tossed out can't be used in any of the cases. So this is the moment of arrest. This is the first time the suspect has been caught. And they're going to question everything from the anonymous call to police, to the way that the authorities detained him, to the collection of what was in his backpack, where we know there was a ghost gun and what's been called a manifesto. And in the same court hearings, they also question whether releasing that so-called manifesto prejudice the case as well. And so they're looking to toss every bit of evidence they can. And it looks like they're going to take that strategy throughout this case.
Do you think any of it will get tossed?
I think there's a good possibility that some of it will get tossed. And anything that weakens a case, and this is what police officers are taught all the time, anything that weakens a case pushes it against you and toward the defense. That's why they're so careful about how they collect evidence.
CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mary.
Richard joins us every week. For more on this, head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.